Awesome Art students. Today I'm going to show you how to make the cutest square owl drawing. Now let's talk a little bit about owls before we begin our drawing. Now owls are nocturnal. Do you know what that means? That means that owls sleep all day and they're up all night hunting. Now another neat thing about owls is that owls hunt for insects. They like to eat those, and they like to eat small mammals, and they also like to eat other birds. No! But owls are really good for us because they do get rid of some of those pesky insects that we have. Now, owls have large eyes and a very flat face, and sometimes owls look like they have ears on top of their head, but they're not really ears. They're just feathers that stick up. That gives the appearance of ears because their ears are really under all those feathers. Now, let me tell you something else about owls. Owls can see really well from far away. They can't see very well close up. So when we're making this circle owl today, we're gonna need some shapes to trace. No worries if you can't find anything to trace. You can always just draw a large square. You can draw your own eyes. You may need you to get your parents to help you draw those things if you can't find anything to trace. But you know what? I think a scavenger hunt around your house would be super fun. So you will need today a square and a circle. And then as we're drawing, we're gonna talk about some of the other shapes that we're gonna use because I love drawing with shapes because it always makes it so easy. So here we go. So on my scavenger hunt today, I found a tissue box that will make a perfect square and hand sanitizer. That will be the perfect circle for the eyes. So I'm gonna begin by tracing my square. I might put it in the center of my paper. I'm gonna hold it down and I'm going to trace around it like that. Now don't worry if your tracing is not perfect because mine isn't either. You may need to go back and fill in any little spots just to kind of neaten it up, but it's okay if it's not perfect. So next I'm going to trace my eyes. So I'm going to take my round object and put it where I think the first eye should go, and I'm going to trace around my eye. That's going to give me a very nice circle like that. I'm going to slide it over and I'm going to do it one more time. Oops, my eyes are touching, but that's okay because owls have big eyes. Next, I'm going to draw a small circle inside of the big circle, and I'm going to color those circles in as neatly as I can. Remember, we said that owls have really good night vision. Okay, so now that my eyes are done, I'm gonna make a diamond shape for my nose. Now a diamond shape is easier if you will think of it as a letter A without a line down the middle connected with the letter V. So an A without a line connected to the letter V. I always like drawing with shapes and with letters. Now we're gonna skip down to his feet where I'm gonna draw a rainbow shape that's also called a semicircle, and another rainbow shape also called a semicircle. I might draw some lines for his feet. Actually, owls have talons. They're very sharp claws. And in between the eyes, like right there, I'm gonna draw his wings. Those are a little bit like a letter C. We're almost done. Now remember how we talked about how owls have feathers on top of their heads? We're going to draw those sticking up feathers. So I'm going to draw a line that goes up. I just connect it to the corner and I slowly go up. And I'm going to draw another line that goes up and then down to touch the square and down to touch the square. If you'd like, you could add some feathers I just use letter U's for feathers. They work perfectly. And you can add some extra lines to your wings. Those give your owl something that's kind of like texture. You'll hear me use that word a lot in art, texture. We are adding texture to our picture. Now that our owl is done, you may color your owl so it looks a little something like this. But of course, maybe you want to use your own colors. You may be creative with your colors. So once you have your owl drawn, if you still would like to try something extra, you could try cutting around the edge, because I think your owl would be really cute cut out. So I hope you enjoyed our art lesson today, and I will see you next week.